Okay guys, welcome back, and today we're going to take a look at the Power Rangers Lightning collections. Pretty much the last five, or the most recent five, or that have come out from this year, including the Aliens Rangers set that I reviewed, and the other members that finished up the other team from my previous review. But in this one, we're going to take a look at two Dino Fury members, which is Ranger Blue and Green Ranger, which brings the total now up to 3, because that Red Ranger that came out a little while ago has pretty much been standing alone. Then we have a Beast Morpher Yellow Ranger, which is the female, and this also hasn't been touched in a little while, so it brings now that member or team to the grand total of 3 members. Then we have the Blue Dino Charge Ranger, which he basically pretty much finishes the team. There's only like maybe 2 more colors. I think it's teal and purple, and those came on only in certain episodes, from what I understand. And that would finish the whole team for Dino Charge. And then we got another member of SPD, which is the Yellow Ranger. So there's been a lot of Yellow Rangers this year, which a lot of them are usually the female characters, and they've been able to catch up with them to this point thus far. So we're gonna take a quick look at these 5, because they were released this year, and these were part of the ones that I've actually picked up this year. So this year for Lightning Collection has been a lot more, I guess, scarce and not as hard, not as heavy as other years. But I believe there's another wave coming out before the end of the year. One more wave, and that will finish the Lightning Collection for the course of 2023. As you can see, all the boxes are all the same, and the same style aesthetic with the enclosed box, but with a wonderful, wonderful picture of the figure in front of it. And as you can see, we take a look here at the turn the light on, at the Dino Fury Blue Ranger, which is a nice blue, royal blue, as you can see. And then he has a portrait here in like a 3D print. In the side, obviously in the spine, it says Dino Fury with his helmet. Dino Fury in the bottom, and the other side of the spine, a beautiful artwork of the rendition of the digital art print of it, and then the back, a nice display of the figure, and then another one of the figure with the accessories and what it comes with out of the box. So pretty much par for the course with all these. Then next we have the Green Ranger, Dino Fury. Again, beautiful artwork of the figure, a rendition of the 3D render on the top. Same thing with the spine, this time in that regular green with her green outfit. And in her outfit, it's not really the green, it's really, it kind of looks like a tealish green, but it's supposed to be that muddy green, or that really vibrant green, right? Like that grass green. Another picture of the rendition of the artwork, which looks great. Then in the back, again, the character in the figure form with what she looks like in action pose, and with the accessories that she comes with out of the box. And then for the Beast Morpher's Yellow Ranger, cool rendition in the corner, same thing. Rendition of the figure, yellow spine, Beast Morpher's helmet, other side, wonderful artwork, rendition of the 3D artwork, and then you turn around again, figure in a nice dynamic pose, and then what parts she comes with. Moving right along, we have this nice royal blue kind of looking. It's a different shade of blue, trust me, for the Dino Charge Blue Ranger, looking really beautiful. Rendition in the corner, figure. The spine has that royal blue, bright blue, vibrant blue. helmet there, then a picture of the artwork in the rendition form, and then you turn it around again, a picture of the figure in a dynamic pose, and then the figure with all the accessories that it comes with. And last but certainly not least, we're gonna take a look at the final one, which is the SPD Yellow Ranger. Looking really nice, beautiful helmet, nice rendition there of the figure, obviously. And then there's like a yellow black with goldish color for the spine, SPD. The helmet there. Then you turn around and a rendition of the artwork in that 3D artwork style that you see, with the SPD logo in the top, real nice. And in the back, a rendition of dynamic pose of the figure, and then a 3D printout of the figure that shows actually the size and inches and the parts that she comes with. So guys, there we have it. There is the complete final 5 set of figures that have been released thus far this year, and hopefully we're going to take a closer look at them, take out of the box, see what they come with, if there's any deficiencies, any quality QC issues, whatever the case may be. We're going to take a closer look and see what they have to offer, if they're worth it, if they're not. A lot of these figures are still on sale. Many of the outlets and online stores, and honestly, a lot of them are actually going for a sale price. So you can still pick them up if you're interested. So sit back, relax, have a digital drink, and let's enjoy this new episode of Toys in My Closet. And hopefully you'll stay here through the rest of the review and overlook and have some fun with me and you checking them out. I'll see you in a blink of an eye. Okay guys, and we're back, and we have all the Rangers out of packaging with their actual human heads, which are played by real world actors. And as you can see, I got them all lined up with the accessories and their helmets that they come with, or dedicated helmets. So I guess we can start off with from the left to right, or right to left. Let's start off from left to right, doesn't matter. Here we have the Dino Fury Blue Ranger, and you can see there is with his portrait of his human actor face, which I don't know none of the actors because I never watched the shows, like I said, but I do enjoy the aesthetics and look of all of these Rangers, because they have a very ninja-like look to them. It has a lot of nice grays with blues, with a nice like lightning type of symbol coming down with the white outline, as you can see, very well done. He has that communicator in his forearm with the golds on his belt, details on the belt going around, and then the blue overall, I guess you would call it the spandex, right? And down to the boot area with all the gold outline top and bottom of the boot, which looks really good, and the portrait looks really good. So what we'll do next is we'll take a quick look at him with his actual helmet, and we'll put it on. We'll place it on really fast, as you see here, and then take a quick look at his helmet really fast. And here we go. Here is his helmet. It looks almost like a rhino or dragon. It looks really good with the reds, the blues, the outline of the black underneath the red eyes, on the visor itself, and on the mouth guard with blue going all the way around, which looks really, really good. So he looks really great aesthetically. As far as the suit goes, it looks more modern, a more modern version or take on like a ninja style, which is really, really cool. Let's put the portrait right there. And moving right along, next we have the Dino Galaxy Ranger, right? Dino Fury Green Ranger. And this is the portrait of the actress, which is really well executed in my opinion. Looks really good. The eyes, the lips, the black hair detail. No real wash, but really nice all in all, or overall. And in the camera, for some reason the green comes off as like a teal green, but it's really an actual grass green. And with the grays again, with the green here, and then the same lightning effect coming down just on a feminine female body, with the white outlines and the golds on her communicator as well. Belt buckle with the gold, forearm with the gold on the top and bottom, looking really sharp. With the green overall spandex going down, and again the boots with the gold on the top and the bottom of the boot. So let's put on her helmet really fast and see how she looks with her helmet. And we'll do that right now. Put on her helmet, and here we go. Here she goes with her helmet on. She looks really good. And there she goes. Really, really nice. She has more of a panther type of cat-like helmet with the ears, the visors. The eyes are kind of like reddish pinkish. In the top, you see the little groove on top of the head, and then the mouth guard. So it looks really good. She looks awesome. So let's put her down. Really fast. And then we'll put on the helmet on here. On the helmet, put the head there. Boom, boom. And moving right along, now we have the Beast Morphers, which would be the third figure in the entry of that group or that team. And here is the portrait of her, which I don't know if it's accurate or not, but it looks decent, looks good. She has some washes in the hair, with her Goldilocks, with some grays. You see the detail, really nice. And you have the suit that looks more like a parasailing suit, with the nice seam line there in silver, with a zipper. Silver's on the side. And she has a strap there that has like a silver symbol there. And those straps look like gun holsters. There is her communicator right there, which actually looks really nice with some orange and blues. Looks almost like a watch. The black and then the silver on the belt. And then her skirt-like piece has the silver with the yellows. Same thing on the inner area of the sleeves of the arms with silver, and then black and black waistbands. And she has black pants or spandex pants with some nice detail of it looks like pockets and stuff. And then going down, we have her yellow boots. They look really nice with a black lining on the top, or black trim, if you will, right? And then the back, same with the nice outlines of silver with the blues. Looks really good. So she looks really cool. Definitely a different, more modern look for Power Rangers. Like I said, they look more like parasailing type of suits, like when you go parachuting or something, but still keeping that ninja-esque aesthetic. And then she has the visor, and you see there, her helmet looks like a bunny rabbit. That's what it looks like to me. With the outline, silver mouthpiece. Looks really cool, but the goggles look like old school goggles they would wear when they would fly those planes in the 1940s and stuff. So it looks really cool, really nice. Different design, different aesthetic, but still looks really cool. So let's put her away and move right along. And moving right along, obviously we have the Dino Charge Blue Ranger. And this is played by, obviously, an Asian-looking actor. Hair is really done well, eyebrows, lips. This is one of my favorite costumes from all the Rangers of the teams. They look awesome. I love the snake-like textures on the arms and the sleeves, and have the nice gold, and it's all sculpted and kind of popping out like in a 3D effect. There is the dinosaur that he represents. Really nice silver with the pauldron in the shoulder with the silver and red and some spikes that's supposed to be like a dinosaur head. And you got the symbol there in the actual belt buckle with the yellow, and then the grays, the white gloves with the silver there in the top of the hand, which I painted them myself because they didn't come painted, but they're supposed to be silver. And I believe this one, out of all the other Dino Charge, this part here is actually sculpted. On the other ones that came out first, I believe it was just painted, which makes it unique to him, which is really cool because it looks much, much better, as you can see. Going down, blue spandex with just regular plain blue boots with the silver outline on the top, or the silver trim. Then here's the back. It looks really good though. I love this. One of my favorite style suits that they have. I think they look really cool. And one of the first Rangers they made, which was the Gold Dino Charge, that was like wave 1 when they first started the Lightning Collection. So it's been a while to get to this point, but all the team members of this team are almost done. I believe they need purple, teal, and silver gray. And there you see the helmet, how cool. Spikes on top, little red eyes for the dinosaur, big black visor with the trimming in white, blue, and then the mouth guard in silver. But you see, it looks really, really cool. I love that design. I think it looks really well. And really, kind of mean and badass. So let's put him away and move on to the last Ranger. Certainly not least, but the last one in this set. And here we have none other than the SPD Yellow Ranger. And her face looks almost fakeish or plasticish or cartoonish, so I don't know if this is fake face print technology. I don't think so. So I guess she would have the worst portrait out of all of them. But still, it's doable. The nice details in the eyes, the browns, and the hair with the detail and the gloss. And you have the white collar, silver outline, SPD there on the shoulder, the yellow on one side with the black trim and white on the other side going down the sleeves, with the silver and black wrist bracelets with white gloves. All the holsters to hold all their weapons are on silver. Other side also. Then going down the crotch area to the legs. There's the spandex are all yellow with plain yellow boots. Then the trim on the top of the boot is silver with black. It looks really, really cool. Oh, and then she has this wonderful tampoed on, I guess, tattoo on the actual suit. And I want to say it says police, but I don't think so. So now let's check it out. Now let's put on her helmet and see what she looks like with her complete suit on. As you see there. And here we go. Here she is, looking really nice with that rounded edge look. The reds on the side with the silver. The big eye visors in black. With those black tabs on the top. And then they got that horse kind of looking tampon on the forehead, and then the mouth guard in silver. But she looks very ninja-esque, very modern, very futuristic, because this is one that they're in space. So there you have it, guys. There's first impressions and looks at the 5 most recent releases of Lightning Collection Rangers for this year thus far. So now what we'll do is we'll take a quick pause and take a look at each of them with their accessories, and their articulation is pretty much par for the course, so we'll just do 1 or 2. So I'll be right back. Here you go, guys. The articulation first for the 2 Dino Charge, or Dino Fury rather. So his head does go left and right, and remember these are in the newer style buck. Head goes down that much, goes up a significant amount. Now they don't really have tail, it's very minimal, but I think it's doable or good enough. The torso cut obviously is nice and smooth. You can go left, you can go right, you can go forward about that much, you can go back about that much, and then if you use the waist cut with the torso cut, you can move forward that much, hyperextend that much. Then you have obviously the shoulders here, which go up about that much to do a T-pose. And you got the butterfly that goes back a significant amount, the 180 degrees turn, the bicep swivel, no seamless joints, so you still got pegs there, with a double jointed elbow, and his wrist moves left and right, and in this case the hand swivels in and out for this side. Then obviously in the legs they do a significant split like Van Damme, of course, better than Marvel Legends, even though it's the same company. Then you have the swivel on the thigh, and then you have the double on the knee, and again not seamless or pinless, so that's still a little dated, but it works. Then you have the boot swivel for him there, and then the foot goes back this much, goes forward that much, and then it has a forward pin rocker, and it even has a little bit of turn on it. Now, these have a little bit of a drop down, but you can also, push the leg up that much for a kick, which looks really good, and there's a nice amount. And then backwards, it goes about that much. So not too bad. So as far as Dino Charge Blue, that is his articulation in the male buck body. So for female, we'll take a look real quick. Let's put him on the side. For the female, you see it's a little bit different, but not too much. So here we have a female, and pretty much it's the same thing. The shoulders don't go up a little bit more, 180 degrees. The butterfly is pretty nice, effective distance, bicep swivel. It does have a double on the hand, but in this case, seamless pins, no pins for the female bodies. I don't know why. Then you have this hinge, the rotation, and like I said, the cut on the torso is really good, but for some reason a little bit gappy. So you can move it forward just like that, move it back like that, and then when you use the waist cut, you can move it forward that much, hyperextend that much. As far as the head goes, it kind of feels loose on this one, but it goes left and right. It goes back just a tad. In this case, the head is not as good as the male buck. And then you can move forward that much, and then of course there's no real tilt. It's very minimal or minuscule, right? Then as far as the split for the females, she could do even more of a further split, and I believe she definitely has drop down and drop up hinges, as you see. And you got obviously the thigh swivel, the double on the knee, and again, seamless, pinless for the female body for whatever reason. Boot cut, as you see there, boot cut, boot swivel, back this much, forward this much, forward pin rocker, and then her ability to kick is, oddly enough, doesn't go as high, even though she has drop down pins, which is weird. And then backwards is probably about that much, as you can see. So not too much. So there it is for the articulation on the two or latest Dino Fury figures that are available. So now we'll check out the other three individually, because they're from three different teams. So as for the Beast Morpher, the head articulation goes just a tad back or up, for no back, left and right, and barely any tilt. I guess because of the design of the helmet. Then as far as the butterfly, it's also good, but not as substantial as the Dino Fury chart. Yeah, Dino Fury goes up about that much distance, and as you can see for this female body, again, seamless double elbows. The torso has good range of movement, left and right, goes forward about that much and backwards about that much. But then with the other waist articulation, or you can do a little bit more and hyperextend about that much. And then she does have a skirt, but they have nice slits on the side there, so that when you lift up the legs, you can do a complete Van Damme split with no issues whatsoever. And with the Beast Morphers, they don't have really a lot of up and down. They do have the same again, thigh swivel, double on the knee, and again, as you see, it is also seamless without pins. As far as kicking forward with the skirt, she can do it, but the foot kind of pops out. That's as much as she can do. And then the back, about that much. I won't show you the thing because the boots rotate back, forward, and then forward pin rocker, which is the same in part for the course for all the other ones. I just wanted to show you, based on the different body type and mold, what are the subtle differences, which is not much. So that is for the Beast Morpher Yellow Ranger. Now as for the Dino Charge Blue, his head goes slightly forward, slightly back, left and right, and a little bit of tilt. Then the butterfly is again very substantial for these. Now this one is seamless. The other ones had pins, but for this first Dino Charge, this is the first one with the seamless pins on the elbow, for example. Then his torso is pretty nice, left and right, swivel, forward about that much, back about that much, and then together with the other waist cut goes forward that much, backwards that much. And then as far as his knees, he does have seamless on the knees as well, double, as you see. And then the kick is pretty substantial, as you see there. Going forward, you can kick pretty high, and then going backwards, it goes that much. And then he does have drop down and drop up and down hinges on the legs. So this, as far as the Dino Charge Ranger's buck, that is how it is and articulates, and based off the subtle differences. So now we'll go on to the last Ranger. So as for the SPD yellow, female buck, again, good articulation, but for some reason she feels very like frail. Like if you move it too hard, it might break, but it could just be the plastic. Doesn't necessarily mean that it will. But again, her range on the torso, forward is not much, back is a little bit, also has a gap here with the actual waist one. She can go forward that much, hyperextend back a nice amount. As far as the helmet and the head, left and right, no back, a little bit down, and the tiltage is minimal. Now, the butterfly on her is really good, and it goes up this much as far as the arm. Now, for some reason with this one, they did two changes. Yes, number one, seamless, pinless elbow. But in her case, instead of having two joints, they gave her one joint that goes up more than 190 degrees. Looks more, I guess, cohesive, but you kind of miss the double joint once you're used to it. Then as far as the wrists, moves left and right and then hinge forward and backwards. You gotta kind of pull up as you're moving because the pins feel soft and gummy and they feel like they might break. Now as far as the legs, weird, because in this case it's not pinless, it's seamless, even though the arms are, and they do have a nice amount of range of movement. And she does have no drop down and drop up, and then as you see, the split is not as good as the other ones, even though she looks more aerodynamic, meaning she doesn't have a skirt, she doesn't have a more modern looking suit. It's more rounded in the edges and stuff. So it's weird, but it is what it is. Then you can move the actual boot swivels, and then forward, back, and forward pin rocker, which are very tight, which is good. So that's as far as the female buck body for the SPD team for the females. So I don't know how different they are for every single team, but that's the example of the newest and latest Hasbro Lightning Collection bucks that have been offered thus far this year, with the latest figures that they have released. So moving right along, now we'll check them out with their accessories. Okay guys, as far as Dino Charge Blue accessories, we all seen no light under an extra portrait, and then in this case he brings the dragon sword with the dragon holster, as you see there. I think it has a handle on the top as well as the handle there, because you can hold it, I think, like a chainsaw, and it cuts down. If I'm not mistaken, it acts as two weapons, as a sword and a chainsaw. I could be wrong. For all you real Power Ranger fans that watched the show, please correct me if I'm wrong down below, because I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the material. I just really don't know. Here's the dragon face, really nice, with the gold and the red, and then everything's black with the silver gunmetal on the on the actual sword. So that he brings. Then, as you see there, as you see here, I put it on him, the sword. He brings an extra additional set of hands, and each side is colored based on his actual suit. So an extra right and left, as you see there. One is to hold sign, the other one is a fisticuff. And then in this case, he also brings a nice yellow translucent lightning effect, which goes over and beyond or above the sword itself, and you bring it down like so, so that it can be a nice effect. As you see there, it looks great, and that's part of his accessory, of course. And you see that they don't bring much And I think it's because of the paint, a lot of paint involvement and deco that goes into like the helmets and then the actual suits itself, and then the fact that they bring a human portrait. I think it's still worth it though, because they only went up with these like $2, so they're like $21 or $22.99. So from $19.99, some places you can still get them for $19.99. So that's pretty good. That's not too bad. And so there is the accessories for Dino Fury Blue. Now let's check out Dino Fury Green. And here we go, guys. Here we have Dino Fury Green. And of course, portrait, as you know. And then she brings an extra set of splayed hands, or manos, right? There you go. You got green, and then you got one for the silver side. And then, of course, she also brings a dragon sword as well. I don't know if that's even called the dragon sword, but that's the dragon, it's a sword, that's what I'm calling it. With the gunmetal silver, just like blue before her, same exact thing. I think even the same exact length. And the only difference is she has a smaller, more petite, translucent yellow and kind of orangey lightning effect. So to put in her hand, I have to change it because I didn't have no actual holding hand for her on. So I removed that, grab this one, and put it on her hand. You guys want to see the boring transition? Here you go. Push it right in. Whoop, whoop. And and the holster, a lot of people were saying that this was really hard on theirs. Mine's actually a nice soft gummy. I don't know if that's a later release, but it is, and I had no issues, sliding in the sword whatsoever. It goes in pretty easy, and this is what she looks like. For those that had a harder version, you can see maybe if you let Hasbro know, they might be able to replace it. So anyway, I think Toku Topic had a problem with his, and he's like a big Power Ranger fan, which is unfortunate because he deserves to get the best of what they offer, because he is a real good advocate and fan of the line and of Power Rangers. So it's kind of messed up. In this case, I can't push any more down because of those rivets. So I'm gonna put the sword in her hand, so just to make sure she holds it correctly. I'm trying to do this in camera. It's actually uncomfortable, to be honest with you. And there she go. There she has the sword and what she looks like with the sword over her head, maybe, as you see there. And there you have her. There is a Dino Fury Green with her accessories, but not a lot of accessories, but enough to give you some type of playability and flexibility in your posing of the figures. So let's move right along. And here we have Beast Morpher Yellow. Again, portrait, we all know. And again, not too many accessories, but enough to give you some type of option. So here we go. He has an extra set of hands. Here's a fist for her left, and a open sword holding hand for her right. As you can see, in yellow to match the gloves and the suit, and her translucent blue effect like water that goes very nicely with the sword that she brings. And see, they're all black with a little bit of silver, and then the blue on top, and then you have the control on the handle there with the blues and metallic red and that little black on there that matches her indicator or her communicator. So in her case, we're going to put it on like this on her right hand side like so, and then slide in this effect like so. Oh, it actually came right on her hand. Wow, that's crazy. Well, maybe like this, and then she has her karate chopping hand on the other side. So, push it back a little bit, and this is what she looks like. So, here is Beast Morpher Yellow, her accessories, and she looks really cool. But there you go, there you have it. Moving along. Okay guys, here we go. Here's Dino Charge Blue. Again, portrait like you said. And then the figure, you know how he looks. And in his case, he brings a little bit more, not too much, just one more item. In this case, he has the two fisticuffs, which are the fist are hands. And then he has two holding hands, one trigger, one for the sword. And he has this beautiful sword with all that silver detail, black handle with a nice high gloss in black, and then the sword is like a laser sword in yellow. And he has his pistol with all those blacks, nice level of detail in there. On the other side as well. At the top, really nice. And then he brings a lightning for the sword, and this is a nice translucent purple. So I'll put the pistol in his hand, put the trigger finger like so, lift it up this way like this, see, and then put the handle here on this side. Like this. Put the sword in. I'm trying to put it straight. There you go. And then just kind of like splay it down, and you can pass this lightning effect through this way. Like so. And it come out all the way to the top, like so. And then that's what he looked like right there. There it is. Him with his lightning sword, and the effect looking pretty cool. As you can see, make the head look this way, and you know they stand out pretty well. Pretty good. It's a pretty nice piece. So we'll move on to the last Ranger. Alright guys, and here we have the SPD Yellow Ranger. And in this case, I don't know if it's because of the fact that that's what the stuff they bring, but this brings much more stuff than, let's say, your standard other ones. Or I guess it differentiates depending on the team. So in her case, she brings two extra display hands, which is basically for martial arts poses, as you see there. As you see, it brings two of them with the same exact pose, but the thing is, you can't really use these unless you have multiples of hers, because she brings so much other accessories. She brings, you know, the actual blaster, as you see here, the holster for the blaster, and she brings the SPD badge. She brings a small baton sword, and she also brings the larger baton sword with the blacks, the reds, the yellows, the gunmetal silver, and then she also brings the lightning effect in a, well, I would say a light translucent lavender. It's a lavender, but very light, not dark. And this here turns into also a gun with either one of these, you know, baton swords. I think the idea is that you place the little baton piece here, or you pinch it in there like so, like that, right? And you can use it that way, or you can use the larger one and put it in like that, clip it, and make it into maybe a larger type of blaster. And in this case, since it's the larger one, you can, pass it through like so to have the lightning effect. But then you can swap it out and switch it and immediately put it in her hand. In this case, I'll put it on this side, right? And she immediately can have it as, her actual sword, holding it like that. And then also you can place this baton one here on this side. You just slide it in like so. And with this little clip that's on that side, then you take this on this side, and since it's the handle, you just basically place it like this. This groove thing goes in here, right in through there. You put it like this, like so. Oh boy. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I'm trying here. And this goes like that. This piece goes into there because it's supposed to hold the holster like that, you see? So it goes like that. And then for her hand on this side, since it's open, you basically can put out, like she's saying, "Halt, police," so to speak, right? You put on the SPD thing here for her to hold it. Try to put it on. It's a little bit finicky because her fingers are very rubbery. But once you get it, it'll go through. It'll work. So let's put it on her like so. Oh boy. And of course it's not going to do it. Give me a second. I'm going to pause up. I'll do it right now. So here we are. It took me a little while, but here she is with the placard on her hand on. And as you can see, with the sword and all of her accessories, looks really, really good. So again, like I said, she works well. Everything's pretty nice, and she comes with a lot of accessories. So now let's go to the fun part of the review, and let's do the comparisons with each team. Okay, guys, and there we have it. The first comparison. And as you can see, here we have all of the members of the SPD, Power Rangers and Lightning Collection series. And they look fantastic. And guys, there's no denying, all of us are action figure enthusiasts and collectors. And you don't really need to be a fan of good action figures. And you see right here how lovely all these Power Rangers look, actually, even together as a whole team. It's very exciting, very nice looking, very attractive, and an actual phenomenal display piece on your shelf. Just them alone. Imagine having every Power Ranger and every team separate and dedicated shelves like this displayed. It's amazing. You need to be a real Power Ranger fan to appreciate it. As long as you're an action figure enthusiast and fan, you look at something like this and be absolutely proud and happy. This looks great. Next, move on to the next team. All right, guys, and here we are. Here we have a much smaller team thus far, because Hasbro hasn't gotten to the rest of them. But here is the collect the Beast Morphers. You have all of them in their actual glory, and again, look how nice they look all together as a unit with gold, red, yellow, and blue Ranger. Look much more modernized. This is like the latest one, I believe, in the Power Ranger series, but looks good all together. And here we are, guys. Here is another team that's not finished. As you can see, there's only 3 members thus far, but still, all in all, it's nice to see that they put these 2 guys, blue and green, and gals, right, this year to kind of build it up and start building it and to come to closer to finalizing the entire team, with red being the first one. But still looks really good, as you can see here all together. I can imagine what it's going to look like when they're all finally finalized. And here we go, guys. Here we have the final team of this set that I'm reviewing, which is basically the Dino Charge. And as you can see again, and you have a whole team or a full team, they look absolutely spectacular together. They look awesome. The colors pop, the styles, and, you know, posing them in different positions where they look really cool. And, you know, I don't consider myself a great poser, but I try a little here and there, and I think they just look spectacular. So really nice, and they'll look fantastic in the show that you can see once you've got these teams together. And that's why, even though I may not be a Power Ranger TV show fan, having the figures as a fan of ninja style figures and characters is always an awesome plus for me. They just look really great. So now let's go to the end of the review and my final thoughts. Okay, guys, here are my final thoughts and review of this year's latest entries in the Lightning collection. I think this year, although has been light as far as releases go, it's been a strong year for Lightning collection, because a lot of teams have been finalized and finished, and also because a lot of teams are starting to continue to grow and come to a finalization and completion. The fact that the figures are still having better quality as far as the plastic, still coming with a nice range or array of accessories, or a decent amount for the price point still of $22.99 as opposed to $19.99. I still think it's the best deal for your buck as far as getting any Power Rangers out there, because Hasbro does own it. But remember that SH Figure Arts also has the rights to license Power Ranger figures, but they are, you know, astronomically really high, sometimes in the hundreds even, just for one figure. Although the paintwork and articulation may be a little better as far as quality and, you know, premium feel, I don't think it's that far and beyond that a Lightning collection couldn't subsidize and, you know, fit the bill for a much smaller price point. And also the rumor that Hasbro is gonna actually stop this line for a while. It's going to go into hiatus. I think it's the best time to go out and to pick up each of these figures that you possibly can, because a lot of them are going to be in clearance prices, liquidation prices, and you're going to be able to get them for a really good price, and probably not even, you know, as cheap, probably as cheap as maybe $10 in different stores. It's just a matter of you actually looking and doing the hunting, whether it's online or whether it's in, you know, a Walmart or a Target. I think they're wonderful figures. I think they're beautiful. They have a lot of beautiful colors. Paint job is very nice and clean for the most part, and you know, amazing articulation. I think they're absolutely stunning for the price point, and I think this year's been, like I said, really strong. Looking forward to the last wave so far that's about to come out this year, with a couple of villains. Even though I don't collect villains, I really collect the Rangers because they look like ninjas and remind me of ninjas, which is what I like. So I highly recommend. So thumbs up, and should be worth adding on to your toy shelf, because like you see here, they look great together, especially when they're completing teams, as you saw in the comparison. So leave a thumbs up if you liked the video. Leave a thumbs down if you didn't like the video. As always, share the video with someone you think might like it. And you guys can always follow me on any social media platform. The description is down below, whether it's Instagram, Twitch, it doesn't matter. It's all there. And as always, like I said, thank you for your continued support, for all those who continue to support me from day one. Because without you, my channel would not be sustained. Also, if you're new to the channel, like what I do and like these types of reviews or things that I put up and decided to subscribe, thank you. Because I know you didn't have to, but since you did, I really appreciate it, and it means the world to me. And remember, you now become part of my family. Now, if any of you guys would like to help me out in any way, shape, or form because you like what I do and you have the means to, or just because you want to see me grow and you like my channel, there is a way you can do so. Remember, it's not mandatory. It's not obligated. It's only if you want to, from the kindness of your heart. There is a way to do it. My Patreon and PayPal information also down in the description below. If you guys would like to donate anything to the channel for me to highlight or review or showcase like this, then all you have to do is hit me up in one of those DMs on social media, and we'll work out the particulars. So guys, this is your host, Ebot, signing off with another episode of Toys in My Closet. I hope you enjoyed it the way I did, trying to put it up for you. This one was a little bit of a pain in the butt, but hopefully it was worth it for you guys to check it out. So I'll see you soon. Love you, and keep collecting. Have fun doing it, but remember, be considerate because we're still in trying times. Bye-bye, guys.